Okay, imagine this for a second. You're, what, 20 years old. You step onto this packed cricket ground in Chennai, right? The air is buzzing. And then, bam, out of nowhere, you're told you're leading the senior team in a really high stakes tournament. I mean, talk about a moment of challenge and, well, opportunity. Today, we're diving deep into exactly that kind of story. It's about Innesh Mahajan, a name that's really starting to make waves in Indian cricket circles. We're going to unpack his journey, look at those key moments that shaped him, explore the honestly brutal world of domestic cricket, and figure out what makes a young player stand out, especially in India, where cricket is just everything. So let's get into it.
Yeah, and what's so striking about Mahajan's story is how it just perfectly sums up Indian domestic cricket. It's this huge, complex system. Talent gets forged under serious pressure, and often it's those curveball opportunities, the unexpected moments, that really make or break careers. His path is also pretty unique because he's doing two demanding jobs, left-handed opener and wicketkeeper. That's a rare mix.
A very rare mix. And that combination itself adds layers, doesn't it? Disrupts batting orders, gives a unique view from behind the stump.
Exactly. The left-hander changes the bowler's angle, and the keeper sees everything. It gives so much tactical insight. So his journey, it's like a snapshot of what thousands of young cricketers are aiming for.
And that Chennai moment you mentioned, let's zero in on that. August 2025, Chennai, super hot, humid. The All India Buchi Babu Invitational Tournament is happening.
Right, a really important preseason tournament.
Exactly. Mahajan's just come from another tournament in Puducherry. He arrives, probably expecting to just slot back in, and then gets this news.
Total shock, I imagine.
Must have been. The regular captain, Mayank Degar, gets called up for the North Zone in the Duleep Trophy. So suddenly, 20-year-old Mahajan is captain, like right then and there. Almost no time to even think about it. It sounds like something out of a movie.
It really does. And it just shows you how fast things can change in domestic cricket. One day you're focused on your own game, the next you're carrying the weight of the whole team. That mental gear shift is huge.
No kidding. And the Buchi Babu isn't just some local hit around, right? It's a serious preseason fixture. Multi-day red ball cricket.
Steeped in history, too. Named after M. Buchi Babu Naidu, a Madras cricket legend. It's been going since 1909.
Wow, 1909. So it's a real proving ground. Teams use it to gear up for the Ranji Trophy grind. And that red ball format over multiple days, that tests everything, doesn't it? Concentration, strategy, stamina.
Absolutely. It's not like T20 where you can blast your way out. You need patience, tactical thinking over long sessions. For a 20-year-old captain thrown in the deep end, any weakness in temperament, it's going to show.
So Mahajan steps up. He did have some experience leading the Himachal under-19s, which must have helped a bit.
Yeah, some foundation there.
But this is the senior team. He's leading against Chhattisgarh, and apparently the senior players, they really supported him, which made it smoother.
That's crucial. Without that buy-in, it's almost impossible.
Right. Now, Himachal didn't actually make the semis that year. They lost 2, drew 1. But for Mahajan personally, that experience, invaluable. A massive confidence boost heading into the main season. It's where you really see what someone's made of.
It really is. And it begs the question, what does it actually take for someone that young, just 20, to handle that kind of leadership, especially in multi-day cricket? It's so much more than just skill. It's temperament. It's getting others to trust you, making smart calls under pressure.
We've seen young captains before, though.
Oh, for sure. Think about Sachin leading India at 23, Lara with West Indies at 24, Kohli captained Delhi when he was just 20. These roles, they fast-track your development, your decision-making, your resilience. It all gets tested and grows incredibly fast.
And then add Mahajan's workload on top of that.
Exactly. He's not just captaining. He's opening the batting and keeping wicket. That's immense.
The mental juggling alone.
It's huge. Yeah. You're reading the game constantly behind the stumps, maybe suggesting field changes. Then you switch off, pad up, and have to build an innings from ball 1. Now, add captaincy decisions to that mix. It speaks volumes about his mental strength, his game awareness.
It absolutely does. But you wonder about the physical side, too. Keeping, then opening. That's tough. So let's trace back a bit. Where did this all start? His roots aren't actually in Himachal, right?
No, interestingly. He was born April 15, 2005, in Noida, near Delhi. His parents moved there before he was born, though the family originates from Himachal.
And his mother, Ekta, sounds like she played a big part early on.
A huge part.
Yeah.
Really encouraged sports alongside studies. Believed in that, holistic development, discipline, teamwork, bouncing back from setbacks, all things you learn in sports.
So he tried a few things: tennis, skating.
Yeah, typical kid stuff, tennis at 4, then skating. But then around 6, he found cricket. And that was it. It just clicked.
Became his passion. And by 9, he was serious enough to change schools.
That's right. Switched to Billabong High International in Noida, specifically to train more intensely at the Wonders Cricket Club. That shows real focus at a young age, dedication.
It really does. And that's where key mentors came in.
Exactly. This is where early guidance becomes so important. At Wonders, he met Phul Chand Sharma, a really experienced coach.
Saw the potential.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Spotted that raw talent. Sharma worked with him on the absolute basics, stance, footwork, but also the very technical side of wicket-keeping, which, as we said, is demanding. Reflexes, concentration. It's like being a goalkeeper in football almost.
Constant focus.
Constant. And remember, he's doing this and learning to open the batting. It's a tough double act. Sharma instilled not just technique, but that work ethic, that mental grit.
And then another mentor figure appeared.
Yes, Sharma introduced him to Tanmay Srivastava. Now, Srivastava's story itself is inspiring. Former Uttar Pradesh player, part of India's Under-19 World Cup winning team in 2008.
The Kohli captain team with Jadeja, Manish Pandey.
That's the one. Srivastava was actually a top run scorer in that tournament, so he knew what high-level pressure felt like.
So he could offer more than just technical advice.
Precisely. Srivastava became this mentor figure, guiding Mahajan through the mental side, the emotional ups and downs. He'd say things like, cricket is 80% mental. But crucially, he helped Mahajan figure out how to manage that.
Like practical tools.
Exactly. Maybe dealing with a run of bad scores in age group cricket. Srivastava might have given him techniques like visualization or setting pre-match routines to handle nerves or how to park a bad dismissal and refocus. It wasn't just a saying. It was about building actual mental skills. Resilience you can use.
That kind of hands-on mental coaching is gold, and it clearly set him up well. He got picked for the India Under-19 squad for the 2024 World Cup in South Africa.
Yep, a big step. Uday Saharan captained that squad. They did well, reached the final. Lost to Australia, unfortunately.
But Mahajan faced a different kind of challenge there, didn't he? He was the reserve keeper.
He was. Aravelli Avanish Rao had the gloves, so Mahajan didn't actually play a match. That could be tough for a young player.
Definitely could be seen as a setback.
But his attitude was really positive. He framed it as a learning opportunity, focused on being ready, saying something like, opportunities come when you're ready. Basically, staying sharp, soaking it all in, even from the bench.
And that readiness paid off pretty quickly, it seems. His first-class debut for Himachal came in the 2024-25 Ranji Trophy season.
Against Hyderabad, yeah.
And batting in the middle order, he makes a half-century straight away, 68 off 79 balls. Helped Himachal post a decent total. I mean, for a debut in Ranji Trophy, which is notoriously tough, that's a dream start.
Absolutely. Sets a great tone. And that U19 World Cup experience, even as a non-playing member, you can't underestimate that.
How so?
Well, that tournament is a proven launch pad, right? Look at Kohli, Jaiswal. Being in that environment, even on the sidelines, exposes you to top-tier coaching, intense strategy meetings, the pressure cooker of a world event. It forces you to adapt.
Soaking it all in.
Exactly. He was probably watching Avanish closely, learning from the coaches, understanding preparation at that level. It's like building blocks. You learn how to handle different situations, different pressures. He turned what could have been frustrating into valuable intel.
That makes sense. And looking at who inspires him, his idols are interesting choices in today's game.
They are two left-handed legends, Alastair and Kumar Sangakkara.
England's Cook, the run machine, over 12,000 test runs, patience personified.
And Sangakkara from Sri Lanka, nearly 12,400 test runs, elegant, could be aggressive, and crucially, also a wicketkeeper batsman.
So what does he admire in them specifically?
It seems to be their ability to construct long innings, to adapt, to stay composed under pressure. Think about Cook's epic Ashes series in 2010-11, or Sangakkara grinding out big scores. Mahajan seems drawn to that long-form mentality.
Which is interesting given the T20 boom.
It is. It shows a focus on fundamentals. Watching the ball, playing it late, rotating strike, that classic approach. He mentioned applying that in that Buchi Babu game when they were in trouble. He focused on weathering the storm, rotating strike like Cook would, not just hitting out. It's a solid base. Even when teams are racking up huge scores, like that time Maharashtra hit 440 against Himachal with Gaikwad and Kulkarni getting hundreds. Fundamentals still matter.
And speaking of fundamentals, that brings us to the domestic grind. It really is relentless, isn't it?
Oh, grind is the right word. The calendar's just jammed. Ranji Trophy from October to March, Then the Vijay Hazare, the Syed Mushtaq Allah.
Constant travel, different conditions everywhere.
Exactly. You're going from seaming pitches up north to spinning tracks down south. You have to adapt constantly. And for Himachal, their home ground in Dharamshala, that's unique too.
The altitude factor.
Yeah, high altitude, picturesque. But the thinner air means the ball can swing more, behave differently. So Mahajan's exposure to varied conditions early on is a big plus.
It hasn't all been smooth sailing, though. You mentioned challenges.
No, definitely not. Those average returns in age group cricket he apparently had. That means facing doubt, putting in extra hours with coaches like Sharma. Not just on technique, but rebuilding confidence.
And the U19 World Cup non-selection for the playing Exley.
Right. Could have been demoralizing. But again, he seemed to channel it, use the time productively. Injuries, form slumps, fierce competition, it's all part of the package in Indian cricket. Thousands fighting for just a few spots.
That support system must be vital then.
Absolutely critical. Family, coaches, teammates, keeping him grounded. And the Himachal cricket setup, the HPCA, they do seem to have a genuine focus on bringing through young talent. People like Mahajan are benefiting from that structure.
Looking ahead then, what's the potential here?
Well, connecting it to the bigger picture, the timing could be really good for him. The Indian national team is heading towards a transition period.
Yeah, with Rohit, Kohli, nearing the end of their amazing careers.
Exactly. So spots will open up. And for wicketkeeper batsmen, Rishabh Pant is obviously the main guy right now, but you always need quality depth. Mahajan's skill set makes him very interesting.
And attractive for the IPL too, presumably.
Hugely attractive. We've seen keeper batsmen like Ishan Kishan really thrive in the IPL. Funnily enough, Kishan captained Jharkhand in that same 2024 Buchi Babu Tournament. Mahajan got his captaincy break in, and Kishan scored a century. So Mahajan's well-positioned for scouts.
But it comes back to mindset, doesn't it?
Always. And what's striking is his positive outlook. He talks about being in a happy space, feeling supported, that balanced approach to sports, studies earlier on, good mentoring, family backing, it's so important. Burnout is a real risk in this high-pressure environment.
So the immediate goal is just building on that Ranji start.
Yeah, consistency is key now. Consistent runs, clean keeping. Those are the non-negotiables if you want to climb that ladder.
So after digging into all this, what's the main takeaway for you, for the listeners?
Well, we've followed Innesh Mahajan's journey, haven't we? From fighting cricket in Noida to that sudden captaincy in Chennai, navigating the tough domestic scene. It's really a story of dedication, smart preparation, and importantly, grabbing those unexpected chances. And maybe it makes you think, what unexpected leadership moments might pop up in your life, your career? Are you ready to step up, even if the spotlight hits you suddenly? It's worth considering how your own mentors, your early experiences, shape how you face challenges, just like Sharma and Srivastava did for Innesh.
That's a really great thought to leave with. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Innesh Mahajan's story and the world he navigates. Hopefully you've got a clearer picture of Indian domestic cricket and what it takes for a young talent to emerge. Keep exploring, keep learning. We'll be back next time to unpack something new.